was a beautiful weekend, and with those sunny days comes warnings about child safety. Dr. Barbara Sibley from Southern Oregon Pediatrics joins us this morning. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Danielle.
Let's talk about when you should start thinking about sunscreen for the kids.
This is exactly the time of year to be thinking about sun protection for children, right around the Pear Blossom Parade. And the sun is out. Some days are cloudy, but there's a lot of sun out there, and it's the time to start thinking about how to protect children. We want kids to play outside and have fun, but our goal is that this next generation of children will avoid serious sunburns to decrease their risk of skin cancer.
You talked about those kind of overcast days. Can you skip the sunblock then on those days? Or are you only looking for the sun?
It's important to do it on all days. Whenever they're outside and out in the sun, if they're in the shade, that's fine, but if they're going to be out in the sun, even on a cloudy day, there's a lot of UV light coming in.
Okay. What about reapplying? Do you need to do that? Do you need to be thinking about that?
Yes. What is so key with sunblock, if you're using sun protection with sunblock, you can be in the shade, you can wear protective clothing, or you can have sunscreen, or both. With sunscreen, we want a SPF at least 15.
Okay.
A UVA and UVB protection. The quantity is important. They say an ounce for your whole body. So a lot of sunscreen, and then reapplying every 2 hours at least.
Reapplying every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours. So if you're in the water, out of the water, whatever, you need to do it every 2 hours to try to prevent sunburn.
Okay, and infants, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, the American Academy of Pediatrics hopes that we don't need to use a lot of sunscreen under 6 months just because of the way their skin is. The best thing is to keep those little infants in the shade or in sun protective clothing and hats. But if they're going to be in a situation where sun is going to be hitting their face or their hands, it's actually better to apply an infant kind of sunscreen.
Okay. Sun protective clothing, you've mentioned that a couple of times. What are we looking for when we talk about that?
I think one is just having long sleeve shirts and clothes and hats. And then there's also now wonderful products that have SPF in them. So they're actually sunblock clothing that you can buy. Besides wearing tight knit kind of clothes, there's ones that are SPF.
Okay.
So they're great. A lot of them come from Australia, where they have a lot of sun.
All right, they're used to that.
Yes.
Well, a lot of good tips to take home to my toddler. Thank you. We appreciate your time.